Yes, I'm formerly incarcerated. I was released in Prince George's County, Maryland. The things that I endured during my incarceration was things that I could never imagine a person having to go through. Before I was incarcerated, I had never had any interactions with the legal system whatsoever, not even an unpaid parking ticket. To go in for 2.5 years, and everything from the ways that the prosecutors behaved all the way down to the jurors in the case were problematic.
Oh, it's a capitalistic country that we live in, right? So it's important that systems are upheld, and that's why I try to teach formerly and currently incarcerated people what they are up against in terms of navigating systems. How do you navigate the CPS system? How do you navigate the healthcare system? How do you navigate the probation and parole system, right? And helping people understand what you are going to encounter when you engage with this system that prepares them. The same systems that are going to feed each other, right? The prison system feeds you to probation and parole. They feed your baby mama to the CPS system and the social service system and the mental health system. And all these systems feed each other because it's money involved. So they're going to look out for each other. They're going to make sure that their ecosystems are running. And we just got to make sure our ecosystems are running.
Life after release is actually in the process of creating a decarceration model that can be done anywhere across this country. And the three basic functions of this decarceration model is one, accountability and transparency of our elected officials, getting them out of the positions, in positions that we need folks in that position to make sure that those offices are ran in ways that we as the people, the highest office of the world, want them to run. Then we have the community support or the community defense part of that. That's the jail support, that's the mutual aid, that's all of those things, right? And then the last piece of this decarceration model is our legal empowerment, right? Which holds our advocacy, our trainings, our lawsuits, because let's be clear, we coming, we got lawyers ready to do some suing, because sometimes we got to change laws, but sometimes we got to sue these people in order for them to act right. We're going to be throwing out some lawsuits for bad actors of the system.
Policy and implementation is long term. It is not a quick fix, right? Especially when you're trying to force a state to reimagine justice in a way that takes away the incarcerable solution, right? You're forcing people to think the way you and I think, right? My child does something wrong, I talk to them, I show them what they did wrong. We come up with different solutions on how to navigate if you have to make that choice again, but that's not the way our society is, right? Our society is you do something that's not necessarily wrong, it's just not what they do, right? It's not how they handle situations. The first reaction is incarceration, and we know that just doesn't work.
It is very important to hold key players in the courtrooms accountable. That is the reason why we have a court watching program in Prince George's County to hold key players accountable. People would be surprised if they sat down in a court and just for one day to see the ways that the judges and the prosecutors way they behave. It has nothing to do with justice, has nothing to do with right and wrong, has nothing to do with guilt or innocence. All those things are make-believe. It has absolutely everything to do with oppression, a system of oppression, and racism.
Life After Release has a really bomb-ass court watch program. And so some of the ways we find our mamas is that we have volunteers who have watched over 3,000 court cases, and they flag every time they see something that is like egregious, which is almost every day. But you have a right as a member, as a resident, to watch the courts, right? It's not law and order. It is literally in your community. Judges are making egregious decisions about people's freedom, and we have the right to watch the courts. So everybody should be learning about court watch and participating in court watching. You will be shocked and horrified about what you see, but we need that so that we can really shift the conditions that keep the prison system running. So if people ever want to learn about how to get involved with Court Watch, you can go to courtwatchpg.com. And we have trainings every week to teach people how to watch the courts, and you can do it from the comfort of your own home.